Good morning. It's Tuesday and it's 11 a.m. Time for the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM, presenting live weekly performances in the WDNA Jazz Gallery, featuring students, faculty, and alumni from Florida International University's School of Music. I'm your host today, Mavi Mastrovito, and along with our music producer, Dr. Karen Fuller-Veloz, we'd like to welcome you to the FIU Music Hour. Make sure you like our FIU Music Hour page to stay up to date with our upcoming radio programs. This morning, we are joined by Colin Miller and the Music Men. Colin Miller and the Music Men are a talented group of FIU alumni and undergraduate students. They have a variety of musical expertise and have come together to perform jazz standards as well as iconic show tunes. We have our very own Colin Miller on vocals, Erik Anderson on guitar, Leo Cattani on piano, Andrew Amengor on trumpet, Robert Sherber on bass, and Dominick Mitchell on drums. Starting with our first piece, the classic Hello, Dolly by Jerry Herman from the musical 1964 and the film in 1969 featuring Barbra Streisand. We have Colin and the Music Men. Take it away.
All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, Dolly, I can tell. Dolly, you're still crowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. I feel the room swaying while that band's playing one of your old favorite songs from way back when. So take her rap, fellas, find her an empty lap, fellas, and Dolly'll never go away again. Dolly, what do you know? Dolly, it's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, Dolly, I can tell. Dolly, you're still crowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. I feel the room swaying while that band is playing one of your old familiar songs from way back when. So, golly gee, fellas, find her a vacant knee, fellas, and Dolly'll never go away. Promise you won't go away. Dolly'll never go away again. Thank you. All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Colin Miller, and we are the Music Men, and we are just delighted to be performing for you all this morning, and we've got a lot of great songs in store for you. This next one is actually from another Broadway musical called The Pajama Game, and I really love this song. I actually first heard it sung by Sammy Davis Jr., and as it turns out, I found out it was one of his first big recordings, and I just liked the way it sounded, and I liked the lyrics. So I hope you enjoy Hey There, all right? 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. Love never made a fool of you. You used to be too wise. Hey there, you on that high-flying cloud. You know she won't throw a crumb to you. You think someday she'll come to you. Better forget her. her with her nose in the air. She'll have you dancing on a string, break it and she won't care. So won't you take this advice I hand you like a brother? Or are you not seeing things too clear? Are you just too far gone to hear? Is it all growing in one ear and out the other? Better forget her, her with her nose in the air. She'll have you dancing on a string, break it and she won't care. So won't you take this advice I hand you like a brother? Or are you not seeing things too clear? Are you just too in love to hear? Is it all going in one ear and out the other? Thank you. So this next song is actually, technically speaking, it's also from another Broadway show, but before that, it was actually a great hit from the 1970s, 1974, I believe, to be exact. And it's a wonderful song made famous by Frankie Valli. Please enjoy My Eyes Adored You. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you. Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. Carried your books from school, playing make-believe you're married to me. You were 5th grade, I was 6th when we came to be. Walking home every day over Barnegat Bridge and Bay, till we grew into the me and you who went our separate ways. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you. Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. Headed for city lights, climbed the ladder up to fortune and fame. I worked my fingers to the bone, made myself a name. Funny, I seem to find that no matter how the years unwind, still I reminisce about the girl I'd miss and the love I left behind. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you. Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you. Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you. So so close and yet so far. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you. Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. So close and yet so far. Thank you. So this next one, it's actually quite an interesting, sad song, you know, sort of a ballad. And I discovered this song about a year or so ago, and I'm shocked I didn't listen to it sooner. And it's Everything Happens to Me, and it's sort of a song about heartbreak and what it can sort of do to you. So hopefully you enjoy Everything Happens to Me. I make a date for golf, and you can bet your life it rains. I try and throw a party, but the guy upstairs complains. I guess I'll go through life just catching colds and missing planes. Everything happens to me. I never miss a thing. I've had the measles and the mumps, and every time I play an ace, my partner always trumps. I guess I'm just a fool who never looks before he jumps. Everything happens to me. At first my heart thought you would fix this jinx for me, that love would turn the trick to end despair. But now I just can't fool this head that thinks for me, and I've mortgaged all my castles in the air. I've never saw a rainbow, never found a pot of gold. I lost at dice in Vegas every single time that I rolled. I've stamped my daydreams canceled, and the winter's getting cold. Everything happens to me. At first my heart thought you would fix this jinx for me, that love would turn the trick to end despair. But now I just can't fool this head that thinks for me. And I've mortgaged all my castles in the air. I've telegraphed and phoned, sent an airmail special too. Your answer was goodbye, and there was even postage due. I fell in love just once, and it had to be with you. Everything happens to me. Thank you. All right, so this next song, we're going to lighten things up a little bit, make things a bit happier. And this next song is The Best Things in Life for Free. And this is another song I've discovered only recently, but it's a rather old standard. And it's been made famous by people like Frank Sinatra, Dinah Shore, and actually most recently, I actually saw Robert Morse sing this song in the TV show Mad Men. So it's a nice, happy, tune just about the little things in life and just enjoying yourself. So please enjoy The Best Things in Life Are Free. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life are free. The stars belong to everyone. They gleam there for you and me. The flowers in spring, the robins that sing, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine, and love can come to everyone. The best things in life are free. The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life, they're free. The stars belong to everyone. They gleam there for you and me. The flowers in spring, the robins that sing, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine, and love can come to everyone. The best things in life are free, are free, are free. Thank you. So let's see. Oh, this next song. This next song we have for you is quite beautiful. It's from the musical All-American, I believe, and it's written by Lee Adams and Charles Strauss, who actually happen to be the writers of another musical that I love dearly, Bye Bye Birdie. And this wonderful love song, I hope you enjoy Once Upon a Time. It's just quite beautiful. I hope you enjoy it. Here's Once Upon a Time. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Once upon a time, a girl with moonlight in her eyes put her hand in mine and said she loved me so. But that was once upon a time, very long ago. Once upon a hill we sat beneath a willow tree, counting all the stars and waiting for the dawn. But that was once upon a time. Now the tree is gone. How the breeze ruffled through her hair. How we always laughed as though tomorrow wasn't there. We were young and didn't have a care. Where did it go? Once upon a time, the world was sweeter than we knew. Everything was ours. How happy we were then. But somehow once upon a time never comes again. Thank you. So this next one is a song that I've known for an awfully long time, and it's one that I've loved so much, especially growing up. And it has special meaning too currently, because my mother, who's actually in the audience right now, she actually just finished directing My Fair Lady at West Broward High School, and it was very successful. And this was one of my favorite songs from the show, and it's when the character Freddie is sort of waiting for the love of his life, Eliza Doolittle, on the street where she lives. And he even finds some sort of romantic value in that street. So hope you enjoy On the Street Where You Live. All right. I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And over towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling at any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. They don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. Can be here on the street where you live. Can be here on the street where you live. Thank you.
That was a fantastic way to start this Tuesday morning. This is the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM, and that was Colin Miller and the Music Men. Colin, why don't you come on over and chit-chat here? While Colin's making his way over, I would like to remind you to follow us on the FIU Music Instagram page and FIU Music Hour Facebook pages. Stay tuned on Facebook. How are you this morning?
Mavi, it's good to be here. Good to see you.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great set so far.
Thank you.
So, fun question for the morning. When did you start becoming musically drawn to crooners like Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin?
You know, it's kind of funny. I mean, I actually, last time I was here, I actually told Maria we were, my grandfather, he's a big Dean Martin fan.
Oh.
And I would go to his house and we would watch the Dean Martin variety show that he'd have on DVD.
Nice.
And I would see, all of these guest stars, Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Tony Bennett, and they would all be singing these amazing songs that I had heard before in, listening to musical theater stuff, which was, my first love when it came to music. And I just loved the way they were able to make it their own and the way that they were able to, maybe tweak the tempo a little bit or play around with their phrasing a bit. And no two versions of certain jazz standards are the same. And, yeah.
Nice. So how do you balance your love of broadcast media and music performance?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I'm still figuring that out myself. But, it's basically just a lot of making sure you get done what you need to get done, making sure everything you have scheduled doesn't conflict with anything. I remember when I first got onto this, to the opportunity to host this show, which, by the way, Jamie Owsley, if you're listening, and Karen Fuller, if you're listening, thank you so much. It's been my absolute pleasure. It's just a matter of, because these are my two passions in life. I love broadcasting. I love singing and performing because they're both storytelling. I love telling stories, and I love having conversations with people.
That's a good thing. That's a great way to go on in life. So what has been your favorite part of being part of the jazz vocal ensemble at FIU? And what are some things you've learned from being part of this ensemble as a broadcast major?
It's kind of interesting, actually, because I actually never thought that there was a jazz vocal ensemble. I just found out through somebody that they were looking for male vocalists, and I met Dr. Lisanne Lyons, and I've learned so much from her just in regards to, you know, how to phrase a certain song and the power of volume. Like, you can make an impact singing loud just as much as you can singing quiet, you know? And there's storytelling aspects in both. And also singing in groups, you know, singing, you know, group harmonies and everything. And it also helps having amazing, you know, people around me. I mean, you got Erik here with me, who sings in the jazz vocal ensemble with me, and he's been very patient these past, it would be 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
You know, and we would have our sectionals and everything, and everybody's just wonderful. And we actually worked with Dominick Mitchell of the New York Voices quite recently.
That was amazing.
And we were very happy to work with him because it was so interesting, because we had done all of his group songs and his arrangements for quite a while, so to have him there was thrilling, yeah.
That's exciting. Good things for the jazz vocal ensemble. So can you tell us a little bit more about the pieces we're going to hear next?
Well, I believe we have Why Try to Change Me Now, and what's the one after that one? And then we have Cheek to Cheek. So we have a great, two great songs. Why Try to Change Me Now is sort of a, it's sort of an interesting song, because I haven't really found one like it. It sort of talks about, you know, I'm quirky, I'm who I am, I may not be perfect, but why try to change me? And then Cheek to Cheek is an iconic Irving Berlin song, and always is a lot of fun to do. So I hope you all enjoy it.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear more. So you just heard Colin Miller and the Music Men on the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM. We will be right back after these messages. We are back with the FIU Music Hour and the very talented Colin Miller and the Music Men on WDNA 88.9 FM. Next up, we will hear Why Try to Change Me Now. Colin and the Music Men, take it away.
One, two, three, and. I'm sentimental, so I walk in the rain. I've got some habits even I can't explain. Could start for the corner, turn up in Spain. So I try to change me now. I sit and daydream, I've got daydreams galore. Cigarette ashes, there they go on the floor. Could go away weekends, leave my keys in the door. But why try to change me now? Why can't I be more conventional? People talk, people stare, so I try. But that's not for me, for I can't see my crazy little world go passing me by. So let 'em wonder, let 'em laugh, let 'em frown. You know I'll love you till the moon's upside down. Don't you remember, I was always your clown. So I try to change me now. Why try to change me now? Thank you. All right, so this next one, as I mentioned in the interview a little earlier, is Cheek to Cheek by Irving Berlin. And this was actually a recent addition to our set, and I had thought about, because it was to replace another number, and I'm surprised I didn't go with it before, just because of how much I forgot I loved it, I first heard this song when Fred Astaire performed it, and it was just such an elegant, fun, interesting song with just such great lyrics. So I hope you enjoy it. We're going to do it in a little bit of a swing format, just to kind of give it something new. And please enjoy Cheek to Cheek. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and... Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I'd love to climb a mountain and reach the highest peak, but I won't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I'd love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I won't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arms about you, that charm about you, it shall carry me through right up to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arms about you, that charm about you, it shall carry me through straight up to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing, out together dancing, out together dancing cheek to cheek. Thank you. So this next song is a wonderful song that I came across many years ago. Actually, it was one of the first maybe big band songs that I heard. Originally, I think by Tommy Dorsey and the Pied Pipers is the version I heard first, and eventually I would hear many versions after that. And it's written by Ruth Lowe, and it's about, I believe, her husband had either died or something like that during the Second World War. And she wrote this song in honor of him. And it sort of became the anthem for wives who were either waiting for their husbands to come back from war or who have passed during the conflict. And it leaves a very poignant sort of message, you know. I always sort of think of my grandparents when I think of this song because, you know, my mom would tell me how much my grandmother and my grandfather just totally loved each other. And when my grandfather passed before my grandmother, I sort of think about, you know, this is sort of how she felt just because they both adored one another so much. So please enjoy I'll Never Smile Again. I'll never smile again until I smile at you. I'll never laugh again. What good would it do? For tears would fill my eyes, my heart would realize that our romance is through. I'll never love again. I'm so in love with you. I'll never thrill again to somebody new. Within my heart, I know I will never start to smile again until I smile at you. Within my heart, I know I will never start to smile again until I smile at you. Thank you. All right, so once again, we're going to lighten things up a little bit. And this next one is actually from a Broadway show, one of my personal favorites, written by Frank Lesser. It's from How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. And it's sort of about this guy who tries to climb the corporate ladder by reading this book of the same name, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. And in this particular scene, he's, risen from being this little window washer all the way up to, I think he was head of advertising or something like that for this company. And he's in the executive washroom, and all of his colleagues are plotting against him and are hoping he gets fired, because this one meeting that he's going into, it's make or break of what it can do to him and his job and what happens in his career. So this is one of the few songs, I think, in musical theater where it sort of breaks etiquette, and instead of singing towards the audience or to another character, he sings to himself, because this song is sort of the pep talk he needs. And eventually, he doubts himself at first, and he really has to hype himself up. But eventually, he learns to believe in himself. So please enjoy I Believe in You. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. I hear the sound of good, solid judgment whenever you talk. Yet there's the bold, brave spring of the tiger that quickens your walk. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. And when my faith in my fellow man all but falls apart, I've but to feel your hand grasping mine, and I take heart, I take heart to see the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that slam, bang, tang, reminiscent of gin and vermouth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. Thank you.
You've been listening to the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM and Colin Miller and the Music Men. To hear more about our events, please visit us at www.music.fiu.edu or call 305-348-0496 for more information on all of our concerts, especially coming up this fall. Do not forget to like us on Facebook, FIU Music, and Instagram. Next week on the FIU Music Hour, we'll have an anime and video game band called 8-Bit Wave live in the Jazz Gallery. I am your host, Mavi Mastrovito, and along with our producer, Dr. Karen Fuller-Velos, we'd like to thank our production crew, Andrea Leon, Maria Fernandez-Sovera, Alex Aldrich, Angel Rojas, Beatriz Guzman, Camilo Perez, Mariana Fernandez, Orlando Haddock, and Raquel Garcia. Next week, come and listen to us live at the WDNA Jazz Gallery for some more great music on the FIU Music Hour. Take it away, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mavi, and thank you to everybody here at the FIU Music Hour for having me and the Music Men here. It's been our absolute pleasure, and we had a blast. So for our last song, this is actually the same song that I had closed my previous appearance here with, and it's One for My Baby, and it's written by Johnny Mercer and Harold Arlen. And I don't know, this song has just sort of stuck with me just because it's so interestingly written, and it sort of paints a picture of what the song is talking about. You can almost picture that bar at 3 o'clock in the morning, around closing time. And the only audience that this guy has is this one lone bartender that he's sort of telling his troubles to. So it's, he talks about a relationship gone wrong, but he has hope for the future. So please enjoy One for My Baby and One More for the Road, featuring just Leo Cattani and I. So, Leo, take it away. It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. So set 'em up, Joe. I got a little story I think you should know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. Make it one for my baby and one more for the road. I've got the routine, put another nickel in the machine. Feeling so bad, can't you make the music easy and sad? I could tell you a lot, but you've gotta be true to your code. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. You'd never know it, but buddy, I'm a kind of poet, and I've got a lot of things I'd like to say. And when I'm gloomy, won't you listen to me till it's all talked away? Well, that's how it goes. And Joe, I know you're getting anxious to close. So thanks for the cheer. I hope you didn't mind my bending your ear. But this torch that I found, it's gotta be drowned, or it soon might explode. One for my baby and one more for the road. The long road. Thank you so much, everybody.
We're good. Yay.